So I am leaving Robinhood, and there's no psych or gotcha moment. It's a culmination of both what happened last week with the communication issues that Robinhood had with GameStop and AMC, everything to do with that, as well as me looking for a full service broker that has better customer service, more features with the portfolio. And so those two things combined, in this video, I'm going to be showing how you can actually transfer your account out of Robinhood to another broker. I'm particularly going to Fidelity, so I'm going to show that, but it really works with any broker that you want to transfer money out, if you do decide that you also want to leave Robinhood and you're a current user of Robinhood. If you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you know that bi-weekly I do an update on the public portfolio with what exactly I'm doing or how I'm managing my positions. And that's all done in Robinhood right now. So let's talk about this debacle or shady stuff that Robinhood was doing last week. On the morning of January 28th, if you went to go search GameStop or AMC, no ticker would actually show up in the search. And there was a frenzy on social media that morning because everyone was confused why you couldn't search these positions, and anyone that wasn't already in these stocks couldn't even find it to buy it on Robinhood. So at 10:45, there's a message that's sent out to everyone saying, due to ongoing volatility, some securities like AMC and GME are position closing only, which really just means you can only sell if you currently have a position. And my first thought was like, is this even legal? I don't even know how you can make it so people can only sell and not buy. So obviously I wanted to know a little bit more because some other brokers also announced this. If you click into the view details, the original message was actually different, but looks like they changed it. A little funny. But anyway, the gist is certain positions, you're only able to buy so many shares. So for instance, with GameStop, if you don't have a position on already, you're only allowed to buy one share of the company. And obviously people are pissed because if you're a new investor and you're interested in these stocks now because you're hearing about it and you go to buy some and all of a sudden you can't, you're wondering what the heck's going on. There's accusations that Robinhood is in cahoots and they're basically market manipulating the price down by only making it so people can sell. And really, it seems like this issue of volatility was causing issues across a couple brokers. So TD Ameritrade, Webull, Tastyworks, I mean, all of these brokers did take down those tickers for a little bit, but with their communication, they're basically saying there's issues on the clearinghouse side. So it wasn't necessarily anything to do with market manipulation. It was just more of that the companies that they were working with couldn't deal with the volatility and the volume going on with these tickers. And of course, the Robinhood CEO came out and saying that the conspiracy theory was not true. Honestly, I believe Robinhood. I just think what they screwed up with was the transparency and communication to their customers of what was truly going on. If they just admitted volatility was too much in these ticker symbols, so they were gonna take down the amount people could buy, I think people would be a little bit more understanding than kind of just ghosting these stocks randomly out of the blue and then explaining later, oh, this is why we did it. Regardless, if you're upset with the communication from Robinhood, or you believe the conspiracy theory, or you just wanna move brokers, this video is to talk about how you can transfer stocks out of Robinhood without initiating a taxable event. So you can do something known as an ACATS transfer, and in this video we're going to cover that. And that just stands for Automated Customer Account Transfer Service, which allows brokers to move all the assets from one account to another broker. And what's nice about the ACATS transfer is it's the brokers talking to each other. So you basically have to initiate the transfer at the new broker, and then you let that new broker talk to Robinhood and transfer the account for you. This is all done in the background and electronically, and luckily you don't have to go through a huge headache of calling Robinhood and pleading your case of why you want to move the account. So what exactly happens when you initiate this transfer? Robinhood actually wrote a whole blog post with all of the details. So if you want to see the full blog post, just click on the link below in the video and it will take you there so you can read through it. but I'll highlight some of the most important things or most important takeaways. 1, there's a $75 fee when you do an ACATS transfer. Now, depending on the broker that you're moving the account to, they may do a reimbursement for that fee, so it never hurts to check with that broker. So depending on if you did a full account transfer or a partial transfer, it's a little bit different. So a full transfer means that you're moving your entire account to the other broker, and that's what I'm doing. So when you initiate that full transfer, essentially your trades are restricted for that time. So that means if you're an active trader or anything like that, you want to be wary of the positions that you have on in the account, because essentially you'll be frozen out for any activity until the transfer is actually completed. The second part of it is that there'll be residual sweeps, meaning after the first transfer, there may be future transfers, whether that's fractional shares or unsettled trades that need to be sent to your new account, or maybe of dividend payments that are going to come to your Robinhood account and need to be transferred down the line. And then you can actually do a partial transfer as well. So if you have 10 stocks and you only want to move 5 to the new account, you can do that. And when that happens, your account is only restricted for those assets that are moving. The other assets that aren't being transferred, you can freely trade. So what assets can actually be transferred? With stocks, only full shares can be transferred to the new broker. Any fractional shares that you have will be sold, and that will be a taxable event. Options can be transferred to the other broker, and if you have crypto with Robinhood, that will all be liquidated. There's no option to move that. So you may be wondering, how long does this process take, or how long is my account frozen for? Now, I can only speak to my own personal experience with Fidelity, as I submitted the transfer on the 29th. The estimated completion date is the 5th, so it takes around a week for the whole process from submission all the way to the account being moved to be done. So yeah, once you complete that ACATS transfer, essentially any of the shares that weren't sold off, you won't have a taxable event. Unfortunately, anything that is sold in the prior account would have to go through capital gains tax, whether that's short-term or long-term. So you're probably wondering, why did I pick Fidelity? Well, there's a few reasons, and there's 2 big ones right off the bat: fractional shares and 0 commissions on all trades. Thirdly, I already have experience with Fidelity through my Roth IRA as well as my 401k accounts. So I know the platform, I know the customer service is good. So I'm already familiar with Fidelity a little bit, so just adding 1 more account isn't a huge deal. Also, remember IPOs like Airbnb or Snowflake? Well, Fidelity from time to time offers different IPOs and a way for you to participate. Now, the one requirement is to have so much money across all of your accounts. So if I have all my accounts aggregated in Fidelity, I can actually increase my chances of participating in some of these IPOs. And I can get in those sweet IPO prices, you know what I mean? So there you have it. Now you know how to leave Robinhood if you want to go to any broker. It doesn't matter, you don't have to pick Fidelity. There's TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, they're all good. This is just someone that wants to go to a full service brokerage firm and doesn't want to pay taxes on the positions that they currently have on Robinhood. This is how you do it. ACATS transfer, it's good stuff, pretty easy to do. So thanks guys for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, consider subscribing to Main Street Wolf. Thanks guys, and have a great day.